What's up, guys? Ownedbytamater here. I am playing the brand new Need for Speed Most Wanted, and in this video I wanted to give you guys some tips that I've kind of picked up on the high-speed pursuit chases with the police to help you guys get as many speed points as possible, to help you guys rank up your heat waves as high as possible and get away as cleanly as possible. Now, this isn't going to be hugely advanced tips. This is more of a first look at the pursuits for me. I did maybe 4 or 5 police pursuits to a high wave, not counting ones that I started and then got away right away. As for some of the tips that I've picked up from this, they might be rather basic, but in the future, in a few days, I plan on doing a more advanced version of this video to let you guys know more about, some better ways to rack up heat waves, rack up speed points, escape the cops, etc., etc. So, right off the bat, whenever you speed past a cop or you hit a cop, it will engage in the high-speed pursuit. And if you notice in the bottom left, you have right next to the right of your minimap, you have 2 gauges. One is a whole bunch of little dashes, which is signifying how far into any said heat wave you are, and the one to the right of that is your actual heat waves, and it goes up to 6, and it increases in difficulty each wave you increase. And to increase in your heat waves, which will call in more units and let you get more speed points quickly, right off the bat, after you engage in the police chase, I recommend you go past all the units and then you power slide. For the PlayStation, it's the square button. I'm not sure what button it is for the Xbox, but you power slide, you'll turn around, you'll head back into the units of the police units that are chasing you, and at this point, at the very start, you should be able to head-on collision with them and still and take them down and keep going, which will give you points and will help increase your heat wave. Wave 1 is just basic cop cars. You should be able to take them down no matter what. Wave 2, they'll start setting up roadblocks with just regular cop cars. If you run into one of those, just hit really anywhere. But for the biggest efficiency, if you hit where 2 of the cars come together in the little gap, it'll let you slide through a little bit easier, but you can T-bone them. Just keep going. On Wave 3, they start setting up roadblocks with vehicles they call rhinos, which are big SUVs, which if you run into them, you're screwed. You're wrecked right away. You can't go through the little gap and just keep going. It'll wreck you, and then you have to hope that you can get away before they surround you and block you in. Wave 4 is where the rhinos actually start pursuing you, and not just in a roadblock. They'll start chasing you. So, about level 3 or 4, after you start off and you're heading back and you're just hitting the vehicles over and over, about level 3 or 4 is when I suggest you start actually moving and running, because the units get so great that it'll be easy for you to get trapped in and not be able to escape. Whether you're on 3 or 4, if you run into a roadblock, you don't want to hit it, because it's going to stop you. It's going to go to the crash screen, and then you're going to have to hope that they haven't blocked you in by the time you get back into your car. So if you see a roadblock coming up around wave 3 or 4, you want to power slide and just turn around and go the opposite direction. You'll want to head into the traffic, the units that are coming into you, but at this point you want to avoid them. You don't want to hit them head on, because that can cause in a crash, and which could cause in you being trapped really easily. So you want to avoid all those. Whenever you power slide, it's not too difficult to navigate around all the units, because most of them will be busy trying to slide and turn around to follow you, and you won't have to worry too much about hitting them. But if you do, like this, if you're on wave 4, you definitely don't want to hit any of the cop units head on, because you never know if it's going to be an SUV or not. Like right there, I thought it was a regular cop car. I was just going to try and head on him and keep going, but it took me down, and luckily I was far enough away from the rest of the cops that they couldn't trap me in before I got back into the car. But you know, if you're not very far away from them, it can easily end your pursuit, and they can bust you. So depending on, I'm not sure what wave 5 and 6 has, you know, how it upgrades each time. Once again, this is kind of a basic first look at the high-speed pursuits. I will do a more detailed one, including waves 5 and 6 and how to best handle those waves. But as of right now, I have got to wave 5, and all I really noticed was a lot of units. I didn't notice a whole lot different. There might have been spike strips, but as far as I could tell, there was just a whole lot more units. Once you get to a point where you're either feeling like you're about to not be able to navigate around them anymore, or you just want to end it and get your speed points and do something different. Whenever you get to the point where you want to end the pursuit, you have to get out of the range of that little circle on your mini-map, and you can't be in the range of any of the cops. So the higher your waves, the harder that is to actually make happen, because there's so many units that even if you get away from one, the next one's usually already looking at you. So I recommend being on the side streets, not the highway, which is where I'm at most of the time during the high-speed chase. But I do recommend you be on the side streets, because then if you can navigate away from the cops and get away from them and see one of the green mechanic buildings, the green wrench on your mini-map, if you see that and you're outside of the cops' range, if you're in cooldown, you can go through there. It'll change the color of your car, and you should be good to go. They shouldn't pursue you anymore, as long as you don't just speed right past them. You still might need to stay away a little bit, but I mean, it should take the most of them off of your trail. Now, if they're still pursuing you and you go through there, they'll just radio out that your car's changed colors, and you know, it won't do any good. And also, if you get away from them and you can't find, if you're not near a wrench, you might be able to hide like under an underpass or behind some object. But on waves 4 and 5, there's so many units that might be a little difficult. I might have been able to get away with it back there, but I passed it and didn't realize that I had escaped their range for a second. So you might be able to back up and hide in a little corner somewhere if you see something. Go ahead and try that. But if you do end up on the highway, like I did at the end of my high-speed chase, I got out of the range whenever I started going on to oncoming traffic on the highway, and they just didn't chase me. I guess because it was oncoming traffic, that's the only thing I could really assume. But once I got here and got out of the range, the high-speed chase pretty much ended, and I drove for a little bit longer, and then I was able to just sit and wait until the heat waves all died down, which was, I mean, being built up that high, it does take a little while, but if you can just sit there and let it cool down, you'd have nothing to worry about. So I'm going to go ahead and end it there. I hope that some of these tips have kind of helped you out, helped you be able to handle some of the high-speed pursuits a little bit better, get a little bit further in the high-speed pursuits, get a little bit more speed points from the pursuits, or get away from the pursuits in general. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it helped you out. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe, guys. I'm going to be bringing you I hope I'm going to be bringing you quite a bit of Need for Speed content in the next few days. That's my plan for right now anyways. Yeah, guys, remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. Let me know what you think. Later.